Thank you.
Been using these for months now. I wasn't sure what to expect, but once I tried these I never went back. Easy to put on side belt loops and never needs adjustment while
On any train journey, you have almost surely seen those endless piles of stones that line the railway tracks. At a casual glance, they might look like regular pebbles, but if you ride on trains frequently, you may have noticed that regardless of the country in which you're traveling, the shape and texture of those stones are almost always the same, all across the globe. So what's the reason behind that? Why do such otherwise unremarkable rocks line our planet's railway tracks? The crushed stones that line railroad tracks are collectively called track ballast. More specifically, the track ballast constitutes the track bed upon which sleepers or railroad ties are laid. As you may have seen, these stones are packed below, between, and around the railroad ties. The thickness of the track ballast usually ranges between 25 and 30 centimeters and varies depending on certain conditions pertaining to the geographical location of the railway track. Track ballast usually consists of crushed rocks or stone, but in some cases, less suitable alternatives like burnt clay are also used. However, it's important to understand that you can't just throw a bunch of rocks on a railroad and be done with it. As mentioned, the stones in the track ballast have a characteristic shape, size, and texture. Their surface is not smooth and their edges are jagged, and for good reason. These rocks interlock with each other and therefore stay in place. If you replace them with circular or smooth rocks, they would slide over each other and compromise the strength of the track ballast. As you might imagine, this can have catastrophic results. Railway tracks are made of steel and other metallic parts that are prone to corrosion and rusting, as they are constantly exposed to the forces of nature, including extreme heat from the sun, rain, vegetation, and general wear and tear. The primary reason behind the existence of track ballast is to protect the railway track. It does this in a number of ways. Number 1. Holds the sleepers in place. Many trains, including cargo and passenger trains, roll by on railway tracks every single day. Therefore, it's not surprising that those tracks must constantly withstand a great deal of stress and pressure. Track ballast holds the sleepers in place so that they don't move longitudinally or laterally when heavy trains roll over them. Without track ballast, those sleepers might give way under the constant pressure of passing trains. Number 2. Load distribution. Trains are immensely heavy.
Think of the best place you can get an amazing slice of pizza. Just the best, juiciest, most delicious slice you can think of. Where on earth is that slice? That's right.
Italy.
New York. It's New York.
Italy.
Dude, shut up. Recently, Kelly and I set up a trip to go see friends in New York. This is Kelly, by the way. I don't...
All right, we're gonna get started. Wait, why is it like this again? I was already in a game. There it is. Abby, stop leaking me. We're going to refresh. And we're gonna see if my stuff sold yesterday when I left, because I left at like, I left it right around dinner time, so not too bad. Let's see. Manage orders. 7K was ready. Yep. Money. 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 Alright. Now we're going to sell this. Ooh, it's kind of low. Let's sell it at 65. Actually, let's do, yeah, 65. 65 seems cool with me. We're gonna get more. Another full inventory. We're gonna sell them. 65. We'll go again. Another full inventory. 65. Do I have any more left? Yes, I do. And then we'll sell them. $65. Now we're going to go to the bazaar, and a neat little trick, or not the bazaar, the builder's hut. Neat little trick about the builder's hut. You're only allowed to get 640 of each item that you buy once a day, or once every 24 hours. But there's a little trick you can do to work around this. If you get into here, and you get 32, and then 10, and you end up with 62, or even if you want 63, it doesn't count this 63 as part of that 640 total, so long as you buy the rest of it, or at least the last one, in increments of 64. So I will be able to click this 10 more times, and I will buy 10 stacks of packed ice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now I can only... So now I have 10 stacks plus essentially 11 stacks. A little workaround most people don't know about. It's just a little way to cheat the system and get more out of it than normal. Now I'll go sell this too. 65. Sell. Let's look at our orders real quick. I doubt anybody's actually bought any of this. Yeah. And nobody's bought any of this yet. Let's look at the prices again though. 62. Yeah, it's getting up there. It's getting up. Yep, it's getting up there. It's just a little trick though. Just a fancy little trick. Now, I think it was 7K plus 640. Let's see. 7,640 times 65. That is $496,000. So if all those sell, I will be a millionaire. All right, let's see. All right. That basically covers it. I hope you guys have been seeing that, because for some reason it's showing that you hadn't. Let's see, has any of this been filled yet? No, still. $62. Oh, see, now it's going back down. I have a feeling it's going to start going down from here on out, because people are starting to hear about this. But I'm sure there's other items you can do this with too. Not just ice. Like, what else is an exotic item people might need? Glass, maybe? Sulfur. What else can you buy here? You can buy bookshelves. That's actually kind of cool. What else? Plants. I have a feeling maybe sponges. What's the point in having a wet sponge already? I guess if you're a decorator and you want to put it in a wet area, it's not going to soak up your water, but other than that, I can't really think of anything. Glowstone is 80 coins a block. Wow. 9. You can buy it on here for like half the price. Because it's 4 of these. It's 36 coins a block. And what does it sell for? Hold on. I guess I can't sell it to the builder. I have to sell it to somebody else. We'll sell it to you. $8 coins. Wow. Okay. So it's not worth it at all. Huge loss. Wonder if I can even sell. Can't even sell those two. Endstone and obsidian. I could buy obsidian. Right? For 99 coins? Oh, wow. Okay. Guess ice is the only thing in huge demand right now. Or at least exploitable demand. Yeah, that'll be it for this video. Just wanted to show you guys that. Let you know when I become a millionaire.
don't think I've introduced her to you yet. Kelly, meet subscribers. Subscribers, meet Kelly. We're gonna go see friends. It's very exciting. Yet there was one thing I had on my mind for this trip. Pizza. I see in media all over the place. Hey, New York slice this, New York slice that. I'm walking here. So I created this image in my head. I'm like, wow, New York slice pizza must be like the best pizza ever. And now I am landing in a place where that pizza is. So the day comes around, we're ready to fly, but as luck would have it, our flight is canceled due to weather. But good news is that there was another flight with a little detour to Chicago that could still get us there the same day. So we get to the airport, but bad news is that pesky little weather problem comes rearing its ugly head once more. And normally that's not a problem, but our connecting flight would then take off before the first one lands, and then we would just miss it. I was feeling a little spicy, so I said, Kelly, if we go and lose the bet, then we're just stuck in Chicago, and we grab a hotel, get some room service, and party like we're stuck in Chicago with no responsibilities, because that's literally what would be happening. Or we go. Somehow, the second flight also gets delayed. We go to New York, and we're back on track to get exactly what we wanted in the first place. That's a win-win. Life is short, you know? You gotta be crazy sometimes. Make bad decisions. So we did. So we're on the plane. It takes off. The flight went fine. There was no peanuts, though. How am I expected to survive and thrive in these conditions? We land and our second flight is delayed, but it's on the other side of the airport. It's leaving in like 45 minutes and we're on the back of the plane. So we have to run. And while we're running through the airport, we're like taking wrong directions, getting lost. Kelly's bag actually bursts open. Oh God! And when we finally find our gate, we're actually 20 minutes early. And then some guy laughed at me. Turns out we didn't need to run at all. I was sweaty, tired, embarrassed, but you know, I didn't care. Pizza's on the way. I feel great. And the trip isn't even over yet. The plane had even more complications, if you can believe it. But hold on, I need to be somewhere. I'll be right back. This video is sponsored by Keeps. You ever wish that you could get your life together? Yeah, same. Anyway, on an unrelated note, Keeps is a subscription service that delivers hair loss treatment to your door. You might be thinking, and I say, yeah. Good question. All Keeps treatment plans are doctor recommended and delivered straight to your door at about half the cost of a traditional pharmacy. Also, Keeps has an award-winning all-natural thickening shampoo and conditioner system that makes your hair strong and robust. Keeps has a network of medical advisors, prescribers, and care specialists that you can contact, and they can support you with whatever hair goals you may have. Several people who have witnessed users of Keeps have survived. Here's what they have to say. They had great hair. Hair loss stops with Keeps. To get 50% off on your first order, go to keeps.com/ice cream sandwich or click the link in the description. That's keeps.com/ice cream sandwich. Keeps. Buy Keeps today and I'll let you keep your life. So we get on this next plane, the connecting plane. We couldn't leave for an extra 40 minutes because of the bad weather that had happened before. And there was discussion from the captain. He's like, hey, guys, if we fly out tonight, we might just land in DC. Which, you know, not what I paid for, but I guess it is the preferable option, all things considering. Eventually, things cleared up. He's like, okay, let's go. But then there was like a shift change in the pull crew, so nobody was present to move the plane to the tracks runway. So we were just stuck, like... This whole trip just to get to New York was exhausting. Eventually, the plane flies in New York. The turbulence wasn't too bad. We do land alive. After we land, we try to take a taxi and almost get scammed because I was too tired to realize there was just some random guy trying to charge people several times higher than actual taxi rates to drive people into the city. But then we got suspicious and just went on a normal taxi. It's 3 a.m. We get to the apartment and we are beat to the bone. But you know what? Pizza's on the horizon. So the following day, immediately, the first thing I see when I get outside, we see a lizard on a leash. There's people everywhere, and everybody's hot. It's insane. The most I can dress up is like a shirt, maybe break out my nice jeans if we're really going out. But the people in New York, they're like two ends of this fashionable spectrum. They're either fashionable gods that just walked off the runway, or they just like got run over, which can also be considered fashionable. Generally, wherever you walk in New York, you're walking over trash, but then you turn to your right and it's the most pristine, pure store that you've ever seen. It was the most contrasting place I've ever been in my life. There was no middle ground for anything. But all in all, I'm really charmed by New York. And it took a couple days after we arrived, but we think after a day of touring, maybe let's get some drinks and then go eat that pizza. Get that New York slice, and I'm ready for it. We find this pizza place, almost literally a hole in the wall, and it's everything I imagined. There was this good amount of wear and tear, no door, and no wider than 2 people laid sideways. Look at the signage on this thing. I immediately fell in love. I got myself 2 slices and a Dr. Pepper, and the wait is finally over. I finally get to take my bite. Let me explain this flavor to you. The cheese tasted stale. There was a subtle hint of cardboard in every bite. And do I sense a hint of came out of the oven 20 minutes ago? And by golly, is that 10 times my daily salt intake? And all that sounds pretty bad. But I am dead serious when I say that was one of the best slices I have ever had. Think about it. Has food tasted better after you've been eating a lot of it or after a great amount of effort? And so, I guess what I'm trying to say, it's not really about the destination. It really is about the friends you make along the way. Nah, I'm just kidding. I just really like salt.
Vaping can deliver toxic metals like nickel and lead into